Good morning, Wisconsin group. Kurt Sibylla, December 19th. So I've been up for a few hours, but I've been driving for about an hour. Going to LA to deliver. I'm about probably 2 hours from complete chaos. So anyways, I was thinking yesterday as I didn't sleep at all last night. I was thinking about this and thinking about that. So let's be realistic here. So I know that I'm ready, not physically. I'm ready mentally and spiritually. I know I'm not ready physically. I've gained some pounds in this truck, and I'm rewatching the videos yesterday to make sure that it came through okay. I was like, wow, holy shit. So anyways, I'm a realist. I need to lose some pounds. I'm going to make a conscious effort to start dropping some pounds. I'm going to get a Fitbit when I get home and start counting my steps. Anyways, so going through, I lifted my bag. I got to put another 20 pounds of ammo in there and another 20 or 30 pounds of food. My pack's going to be well over 100 pounds. Young Kurt, fit and trim, at the best conditioning of his life. Oh, absolutely, I carry that pack. In our unit, we would run with those, not 100 pounds, but we would do rucksack runs for PT, which is your physical training. And we did physical training Monday through Friday. If you're in a non-elite unit, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We call them legs because they didn't jump from airplanes. And so anyways, back then, oh, absolutely. I mentioned in the video that I had a parachute malfunction on my 7th jump, and because of it, I got a ruptured L3, L4, L5, a pinched nerve in my neck, and I still got a torn rotator cuff in my left shoulder. So I jumped afterwards, like I said, got out with 43 jumps, yada yada yada. But anyways, my point being is, I have everybody's got ailments. I played a lot of ball in my younger years, and worked construction and I was just ruthless on my body, absolute ruthless on my body. So, and it's being punished right now. I wake up in the morning, whatever. So I ibuprofen by the fistful, and hopefully Kate, because that's one thing I forgot to mention Kate in the videos in the group. I mentioned the ex-military guys, carpenters, stuff like that, the nurses. But Kate actually up in the UP, she is going to be talking with my wife Sarah. And hopefully, I don't know the other guy's wife's name that is a nurse as well. Hopefully the three gals can get together and talk about herbalistic medicine. I guess that's Kate's love. So maybe she's got something I can use for stepping up my metabolism. I think my metabolism is going in reverse. I don't eat fast food. I don't drink soda. Drink a lot of green tea and coconut water, which is... By the way, coconut water is I don't drink energy drinks. Once in a great while I will if I need to be up for a long time, or I know I haven't slept during the night and I got a lot of miles to cover. I'll actually drink a Monster, which for some reason I hate the taste of it, but once in a while I will have that, which is super bad for you, I know. But anyways, that's the only time I'll ever have an energy drink. I don't drink Red Bull, stuff like that. So I don't eat fast food, greasy foods. My wife and I are actually no carb, no sugar. She's more disciplined than I am. She cooks for me and she sends me out with food that she freezes. And so I can eat healthy in the truck. Anyways, the point being is, my doctor says I'm the healthiest fat guy he knows. He says, or his healthiest fat patient. So. I don't have high sugars, I don't have diabetes, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have high blood pressure. I just have super, super slow metabolism, and being in this truck doesn't help at all. So I wanted to mention a few things for if you can give me something, Kate, or recommend something, I'm all ears. So being a realist, I know, man, if I'm stuck out in Cali or somewhere on the west or the east coast and trying to get back to the bug out area, I'm going to try everything in my possible power and will to get there. It might take me a couple months, but there's also a possibility that I won't make it. So I need to be prepared physically as I would recommend anybody else. So for the ladies, I know there's that time of month you guys have. I know my wife, she's a freaking trooper, and she doesn't complain about it, but she has horrible cramps. And so I would suggest for the ladies, for having in your bug out bag enough female hygiene products, tampons and whatever, and and a couple big bottles of Midol or whatever, because you're going to be miserable out there. And then have an alternative to once the tampons run out. Also, you're not going to obviously bring makeup. You're going to want to have a couple hair clips or hair ties or whatever. And if you got long nails, you're going to want to trim them the first day. You're going to want to grab out that nail clipper and get rid of them, because you don't want them to be snagging on stuff. You get a ripped nail out there, you're possibly, with not washing your hands all the time or whatever, you're going to get an infection maybe. So in that first aid kit I didn't mention, it had Neosporin in there. So use stuff, have stuff like that on hand. Also for the hygiene portion of it, and we as a group, I know this is going to happen, but once we start living together, so I'm not even going to say if, you can buy hand sanitizer by the gallons. So that's one thing we don't have for our bug out trailer is hand sanitizer. So I would recommend everybody, not in your bug out bag, you'll be weighted down another gallon, which is about 6-7 pounds. So you're going to want to have probably 2 to 4 gallons of hand sanitizer, because you're obviously not going to be showering every day. Realistically, you'll probably do a shower, I would hope 2 times a week, but I would probably say realistically 1 time a week. So to counteract anybody getting sick and living in a big group, you're going to want to do, and we'll all remind each other, myself included, you come out of the bathroom, because our trailer that we made actually has a shower and a toilet in it. So that's piped underneath the trailer that will dig a hole, and we'll add 3-inch piping onto it, so we have actually an outhouse, but it's indoor. We have I'll send pictures to the group. We got a wood burning stove in it. So that's one thing that we want to have. So you're going to want to shower, right? You're going to want to feel like a human being. We have a solar heated shower bag. You can heat water up on the stove and pour it in the bag and get yourself a shower, man. So it's got a shower curtain, and you also have to talk about, when you talk about things like that, so you're not going to be showering all the time, and soap will only last so long. So to save on your soap and still have, some hygiene, and not spreading any kind of diseases or whatever, everybody's going to remind each other, hey, did you wash your hands? And don't be offended. We're just watching out for the group. So, and I'm probably talking too loud because the truck is loud. Semis are loud, man. So if I seem like I'm talking too loud, obviously I can't hear myself. I have my headset on, but I also don't want to redo this video. So, one squirt, 2 squirts at most, twice a day with a hand sanitizer will go a long way, guys. A long way. So everybody have at least, I'd say 2 gallons a person to last about a year. Because, you're going to want to do that. And we can heat up water so we can do dishes and stuff like that. So, have extras, buy sugar, salt, and spices. I know I get spices from a store, from Menards. They actually have Menards. They have actually a really good clearance section. Normally when you either walk into the store or you leave the store, they have tons of food products that are on clearance. Then I bought, big like 1 gallon jugs of salsa and diced tomatoes, and man, they had spices. I mean, they had paprika, and they had garlic salt, and they had chili salt. I mean, they had like 4 or 5 different types of spices for $2 a piece for a huge container of it. So I stocked up on it. And, if you're going to eat meat, which we'll be hunting and fishing out there, why not add a little season to it? Because you don't want everything to be bland, right, all the time. So stock up on your spices, salt, and sugar. Because even if you, and flour, because you can make your own stove bread and stuff like that. There's videos on how to make field bread. I gotta flash this guy over. anyways, so, keep that in mind. Now, I was talking to somebody in the group, and I mentioned to them, realistically, if an EMP comes and we're all driving, an EMP fries out all your electrical devices in your car, your home, everything, they say. So you will literally have cars going down the interstate, planes in the air, that will literally just come to a complete dead stop. So you might have cluttered highways, roads. So when we give out the maps, you're going to want to look for roads that are less traveled, that will have less cars on it. Now, if you're fortunate enough to where your car doesn't die during an EMP, because I really think that's the way it's going to go down, man, that'd be awesome because you can drive, right? But then, once again, say you have a low-profile car like my wife and I have. I got a big Dodge Dually, and she's got a sedan, all-wheel drive. So, if you have a low-riding car and you got to get around stuff, and there's rough terrain and you just can't make it, guess what? You got to walk. And that's the realization I came to last night. Not that I never knew I didn't have to walk out of wherever I am, but really, carry your bug out bag, if you can, put everything in your car, in the trunk of your car. You don't want to be at work if your work's 20 miles away from your home, and then, it goes down, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I got to go all the way back home to get my bag and my items, and then I got to hump out of there, and I got to pass right by this place. So now you're 40 miles to the negative, because that'll take a toll on you. The average person moving in a secure, in a tactical environment with, 100 pounds on your back, or even 50 pounds, 60 pounds if you're a smaller female or man, that'll take a toll on you, man. I mean, you figure you can only probably do, realistically, 20 miles a day, realistically. And you're moving at that pace. And that's if you're on a highway. Now, if you want to travel over in the woods or off the highway, off the beaten path, which is very smart, that's going to take you longer. Now, and like I said, man, I'm just saying what it is. Yeah, it's fear porn, man. That's why I call it YIP. Yes, I'm fear porn. Fear, PH, is like fear, like fat farm, right? Like Kurt's fat, PH, except I'm FAT fat, not PH fat. So that's one thing that you're really going to have to take into consideration, guys. You're going to have to walk out. You're going to have to walk out, period. Now, my wife and I are buying an older pickup truck, a 4x4. They say any vehicle that was made 1980 or prior doesn't have the computers, the electronic ignition, this, that. They say it's a possibility that your coil will be fried out, your distributor cap, and your spark plug wires. So we're going to keep extras of that. I'm not a mechanic, but I'm pretty mechanically inclined, so I'm pretty sure I could change that stuff out myself. My stepdad worked on cars, and I was always by his side as a kid. So, anyways, if you have the means to buy an older vehicle, have it, because they say those are the only ones that are going to start after an EMP. Now, there is a guy that I will share with everybody. He actually makes these blankets, and he's a doctor, and he actually did a test on YouTube, and he actually sells these things. So you can sew them together, or he can actually sew them together. He'll charge you to do it. But you can actually drape this like Faraday cage essentially over your whole entire vehicle. You look kind of crazy if you're at work. Oh, what are you doing? But we're the crazies anyways, right? They're crazy. Well, we're not crazy. We're just very aware of what's going on. I gotta flash this guy over. All right, so we talked about that. Be a realist, man. Be a realist. Also, if you have children, obviously you got to bring them, right? If they're younger children. If they're older children, bring them. If you got siblings that aren't prepared, bring them in, man. Even if they're not prepared, they're still human beings, and we still got to help them. They're our loved ones. So it could be your grandma, your parents, anybody that's older. If they don't want to come, obviously, I know it sounds ruthless, but hey, it's fear porn, right? Then don't even waste your time. But if they're alarmed and they say, hey, you know, can I come with? I know you're somewhat prepared. Yeah, bring them with. You ain't got to ask permission. I'm bringing them if they ask. My wife's bringing them if they ask. Now, the people with younger children, that's just something that we're going to have to deal with as a group. You know, I mean, they're our future and they're our babies, right? So my daughter lives in San Francisco. So that's one thing that really weighs on me heavy is that I can't get to her if this goes down. But we left her with a pistol. She's very proficient with a weapon and ammo. So my wife's got 2 sons. They probably won't even come with us. They'll probably stay with their dad somehow, some way, and probably, unfortunately, go with the rest of the people that don't want to do this. So keep that in mind. Realist. Be prepared to walk. Have your stuff, and that's why I'm making the bug out wheel at the shop. I hope you guys really like it because I'm gonna need it. I can put it on my upper bunk. I have 2 bunks in my truck, so I can actually. I'm gonna flash this guy over. So I have 2 bunks in my truck, and that's what we do in truck drive. We flash each other over, and then the guy flashes his rear lights at you to thank you. So keep that in mind, ladies. Keep your stuff in mind. And the hand sanitizer. There's a couple other things I didn't mention. You can have in your bug out bag is chem lights where you break them and you shake them, and they're different colors: yellow, green, red, blue, whatever. I have green ones. I think I have 4 of them in my bug out. Actually, in my tack vest, I didn't get to those. Sorry. And also carry a little vial of bleach. Bleach will purify water. I know it sounds disgusting. Oh my God, bleach. I'll tell you one thing, if you're thirsty enough, you will drink piss water. I mean, so don't even think that, I don't want those chemicals in my body. If you're hungry, they say that everybody is 11 meals away from being an animal. So imagine not having 11 meals, okay? You will do anything to eat and drink. So have a little vial of bleach, man. Have a little container of bleach, like a little, I don't know, 12 ounce or something like that. I don't know. I don't even think you need that much. When you, if you can't boil the water because it's pouring rain and you're thirsty as shit, and you're by a river and you haven't caught enough water with your poncho for the rain catch, go ahead and put just 1 drop of bleach into a canteen. Shake it up, wait a few minutes, and you'll have yourself some drinkable water. Now, I'm not saying that, you won't get sick. I don't know. I've never tried it, but they say that that's the thing to do. So that's all this, right? Nothing here. This is all pretend. This is all make-believe right now because of the videos and the chats. And please, guys, don't ever bring any negativity into our group. Negativity is like a cancer. It will eat at you and everybody else. My wife says I'm actually the most positive person she's ever met. And I always say, if you can't turn a negative into a positive, you're not looking hard enough. There's always a positive out of a negative, man. Always, okay? So please don't waste. And I don't think we're gonna have that from this group because we got a solid group, man. But please, no negativity, guys. No arguing. We're not one-uppers here. We're not going to say, oh, you know what? Well, you got this, and I got this and this, or that information's wrong. We're not trying to spread disinformation. None of us are scholars here. None of us are, prophets, or, you know what I'm saying? Nobody. So, Don't try to prove anybody wrong. Don't make it your mission statement to be the person that's a know-it-all, because I don't believe in know-it-alls, but who cares? This is what I believe, right? So anyways, I think that's pretty much that as far as, having the extras. And let's be realists, man, because I know my big ass. I mean, I know I'm pretty sure I could do it, but like I said, at this time, it's all make believe and pretend right now. So who knows, man? I might not make it back. So at least I know my wife is going to be with good people, and that's all that matters. And my friends and family or whatever. So I love people. I'm a hugger. I kiss my buddies on the cheek, and my wife's family are all huggers. I tell people I love them, and so I care about people. On the flip side of that, I can go from 0 to 60 quick if you threaten the people that I love or myself, obviously. So anyways, here's one more thing. So when I talked to a person in the group, I told them that this is actually a really, really, really good practice run, okay? So 24 hours, take 24 hours and don't have running water, don't cook on your stove, don't take anything out of the fridge, don't look on your phone, don't watch TV, don't go on the computer, do it on a weekend so you're not at work, right? And so anyways, hold on one second, I gotta thank this guy that just flashed me over. All right, so take 24 hours and don't use any of your conveniences, man. Nothing, I mean nothing, right? So now this Jag wants to speed up. I ain't that a bitch. So anyways, so take the 24 hours, and on that 23rd hour and 59th minute when you're going into your hour 24, now times that by 365 days. Because I truly believe that we have to be ready for a year. Not a week, not 3 months, not 6 months, a complete year. I think it'd be kind of a fun little experiment to see how you can survive, and you'll still have the comforts of your home now, and you'll still have the heat, but don't turn on lights, don't use any electricity, and just try it. I mean, I eat cold food in my truck. My wife cooks for me on the road, and she freezes it, puts it in the freezer. So I always got food in the fridge, but I heat it up, and then I'll put it on the floor of the truck because I'm not hungry at that minute, but I don't want to have to stop and heat up food. So I'm always eating cold food and drinking warm drinks. So, and I can literally drive sometimes a day. I mean, I've done it 1 or 2 days completely with no noise in the truck, no phone, no nothing. I don't really, I mean, I don't know. I call it windshield reflections. When I'm looking out the windshield, I'm constantly thinking and going over different scenarios. So I think that's another little tip for you guys, and I think it'd be kind of a cool little experiment. And let's try it. Let's try it and see if anybody can do it, including my wife. So it's going to be really hard. There's going to be people when this happens. There will be people that will applaud it and they will welcome it, but most will cry and be lost and be miserable and everything else. Now imagine sleeping on the ground. That we're all used to beds and pillows, right? So you wake up and it's freezing out, and you got to brush your teeth, and you got to put cold water on your face and stuff like that. But it's cold out, right? So and it might be raining out that morning, so you're muddy. These are things that you face in the military. People think, oh yeah, but I'm gonna go out and play Rambo. No, you're not. You're going to go out there and you're going to be miserable like everybody else. So anyways, I love all you guys, man. And I know I haven't met you guys, meet on the 5th, but I love you guys, man. I love people and I love everybody, man. So my wife watches this there. I love you. And God bless everybody. And have a great day. And I'll do videos as much as I can just so we can instill things. Not that I know everything, or not that I'm that guy, but I've been down this road in a military unit, and it's not a road that you prefer to travel. Okay, so have a great day, everybody. I love you guys. Kurt out. Ciao.